Mr. Smith, for the record, I have spoken with you before, and I'm not going to sit up here, okay? I feel personally like the accused us of being corrupt. You did use the appearance of corruption. You did say if it walked like a duck, it talked like a duck, it's a duck. And I'm not going to listen to what you have to say unless you apologize. Because one thing I am not is corrupt, sir. And one thing the other people up here on the council, they're not corrupt. And to make accusations like that or even imply it in any way, I do not believe is acceptable, and I think it's part of what's hurt Howell Township for a long time, is people making implications like that of other people with nothing to back it up. So, if you'd like to apologize, I will stay here. If not, I will not listen. I will not listen to anybody who implies in any way, shape, or form that I am corrupt.
First of all, I will put my name and address on the record. Don Smith, 54 Vanderveer Road. Now, what you want to hear, no, I will not apologize because I did not accuse anyone of any wrongdoing. If I am sorry about anything, I am sorry that I have a mayor that is a total ass, acts like a child, and refuses to listen to me or represent me as a resident of Howell Township. If anybody would like to go back to the minutes of that meeting where Mac was given the zoning change, I very clearly stated that it was the appearance of wrongdoing and that the general public was concerned with that appearance. That's all, and you can go back to that and verify that. Now, for the rest of the council, my concern lies with the residential maintenance ordinance that's been proposed. As long as longer than Mr. Jackson has been pushing for his ordinance, I've been fighting such ordinances. I don't believe in big government. A lot of people moved to Howell Township believing that they would have the freedom to park their commercial vehicle in their driveway. If I look at our road in the old rural section, there's probably 3 or 4 commercial vehicles that people, and one bus van that a girl down the street drives and brings home during the day between her morning and afternoon runs. Across the street in the development, there's a number of individuals that have commercial vehicles parked either in their driveway, in their side yard, or one of them's even in the street where the parking is permitted. They're small vehicles. At the very end of the road, where there was a big house and an apartment complex, for a good number of years, an individual has been parking a car carrier, a very long trailer that he manages to back into that property, and he's been doing it for a good number of years. He does a pretty good job of getting it in there without holding up traffic. And nobody's really complained about that. I mean, I guess maybe somebody might be a little concerned about the ruts that it's left at times when it's been wet. But the contention is, I think we're doing harm to our residents that work in fields where they may need that commercial vehicle. A lot of electricians, plumbers, heating, oil, gas, they're on call and they have the vehicle there. One of the individuals is a private contractor, contractor home remodeling. He's got sometimes 2 of his vehicles that are commercial in his driveway. And to the best of my knowledge, nobody's ever complained, and I don't see the harm to it. Some of the other things that I've always complained about was when they tried to restrict, you can't have any unregistered vehicle on your property. In Howell Township, we have a number of hobbyists, both in just restoring cars for show purposes. We have a lot of individuals that own stock cars. They're parked outside, undercover quite often, but they're certainly not registered and cannot, some of those cars cannot be registered, the stock cars, for example. So those people are sort of left out in the cold. They moved here believing that they could pursue their hobby. Another one of the things that bothers me, it does say that these, if you have a boat, it has to be on concrete or an approved surface. That's a little vague, because what about a canoe, or like there's one individual that has a, I guess about a 14 or 16-foot sailboat with that, with no propulsion at all other than wind. Would that have to be on a concrete slab? There has to be a little rework here, and a lot of rewriting. As far as being on the concrete, I understand the any oil leaking into the ground and all, but let's take into consideration that the international truck dealer on Route 9 parks all of his vehicles right on the grass.
Deputy Mayor, that's been
contrary to
5 minutes.
But just to sum it up, please be very careful when you do anything with these standards that are going to hurt our residents. We have a lot of blue-collar workers that live in Howell Township.